Like, absolutely adore this angle right here. Starting over here, guys, at the bottom right side of Antigua Shipyard, it is going to be ISG's Green Protoss Kaposh. And, of course, at the top left side of the map, it is going to be the Zerg player Reason. So, we're going to find out, guys, really soon here who decides to move on. We, of course, will update the bracket here in just a second. Winner will go on into the winner semifinal. Loser goes on to play, I think, a key in the loser's quarters. So, yeah, kind of a little bit of a unique situation yesterday. If you guys missed it, it was Group A and Group B, and basically handled a little bit, if you want to call it, like GSL format, where two series played, then the winners played, the losers played. The winner of the winners is basically done. He's in the upper bracket. The loser of the losers gets put into the lower bracket right away. The winner of the losers and the loser of the winners play each other to figure out kind of the final spots and where they're going to be at. Of course, the winner of that one will be in the upper, the loser of that one will be in the lower. So, very simple, easy mathematics. Okay. Again, welcome in, guys. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm Cheesehead Logic, and this is the Vasacast South American Invitational Qualifier. Winner goes on to the February 16th and 17th Grand Final with the all-star selection of European players that's already there. Now, something I do wonder with the Vasacast, I wonder if we're going to actually have any additional Korean players, because there is still a little bit of a mystery. The 5 players that are going to be left after this tournament is done, who are they going to be? Who knows? Be sure to check back in. Of course, you guys can find out all that information on www.vasacast.com. If you want, also vasacast.com/invitational to be specific, to check out all the content in regards to this tournament. Go to the TL if you guys want to also check out all the additional threads and links in regards to the Vasacast and the plans for the future. Of course, definitely would not miss out on the Grand Finals, even though it's kind of a little bit of a conflicting interest for me. Because I'll be at the CSL Grand Finals and we'll be doing our stream there, so I'm like, watch Vasacast, but like, don't watch me. I'm not sure how to handle that, man. But it's all good, man. Competition is always good. Monopoly, not always the best thing ever, especially in esports and StarCraft, man. Well, as the game is going on, we're starting off on Antigua again with the lock cross position. Very interesting that Kaposh decided to pick this map out of all the maps that he could have chosen from. I mean, he had quite a few several options that he could have gone with, but going with Antigua. So most likely this means either he wants to get an Immortal Century build, or he wants to go for a pretty quick third, usually the typical styles that are played on this map. Once in a while we do see Stargate, but it is becoming rarer and rarer. Okay. For those who are wondering how many languages I speak fluent English and Russian. At the moment I do have basic Spanish, so ¿qué pasa? Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo estás, vatos? Yeah, I got a little bit of Spanish in me, and of course, I mean, not like blood Spanish, but like, I'm 100% Russian, but like I know a little bit of Spanish. Didn't want to make that awkward or anything like that. Very interesting that Kapoch is sending a probe over here. I'm almost thinking that this might be some kind of proxy probe almost, in a sense. And of course, as well, I'm learning Korean at the moment. I'm kind of taking a little bit of my own time. I'm not actually taking a class, just kind of learning it on my own. Not going too bad. So if anybody watching over from Korea, 안녕하세요. Yeah, both of these players are playing very Oteo. Oteo, of course, being good. Yeah, a little bit of a vocab lesson. It's gonna be that day where I do that trilingual broadcast. If you guys don't watch a lot of my stuff with commentary in regards to just like kind of normal laddering and stuff like that, typically I do bilingual commentary. Like it's like nothing, so I'm used to it. And sometimes I've done it at several casts, like the Neo Star League, and like the EGM CSL. I did some restreams. I kind of did a little bit of bilingual stuff, and which was really fun to do, because it kind of throws the viewers off, but at the same time it also gets everybody involved. I'm just waiting for that day when I feel comfortable enough to do like a trilingual broadcast. If I like get my Korean up to par, that will be definitely the day. I'll be so excited. That will be the day. All right. I mean, in other good news, personally, my body, myself, I'm starting to wake up a little bit more, and again, that's going to also help out with the games are going to continually get better and better, and I mean, that's typically the route with tournaments, once we get closer to the finals, the better players will be on top in playing, so the games are going to be pretty entertaining. Now, reason is sending several links across the map is going to be more than enough to hack away at the Zealot. and trap it as well. Good micro right there from Kapach, trying to do as much damage as he possibly can, though a little bit better from Reason to be able to not lose any links. Now the threat, really, there's no serious threat that really revolves around here. Again, there's a cannon right here, so there's nothing that he's going to be realistically able to do. Now Kapach is going to be doing, again, it was second game in a row with this 7-gate aggression, and 7-gate, there we go. It's going to be going with this 7-gate aggression, and you know what, I really don't agree with this, because again, Reason is one of these Zergs that really is up to par with his macro, but as I say that, the Roach Warren is only about halfway done, so he might be in a little bit of trouble. And again, this is a little bit of a different game compared to last. Again, Kapach last game was wasting a lot of minerals on those cannons and the pylons across the map, trying to harass, and of course the Zerg did had a little bit more of an efficient trade, if you want to call it so. This is going to hit a lot sooner. The Nexus got put down a lot sooner. The economy got stabilized a lot sooner for the Protoss. So, this is going to be maybe a little bit more trouble and a little bit more than, Reason was ready for at this point of the game. And of course, the problem is this third can get really isolated pretty quick. Now here comes all the additional warpins. I would suggest for Kapach to get some sentries, so he's going to be able to cut some of these attacking units off. And as we see, doing a pretty good job at least trying to go and hack away at the proxy pylons. Zealot's going at the economy right now, but at least the probe is still alive, putting down additional pylons right here on the top of the ramp, and that's going to be pretty damn tough to reach. One of the roaches getting knocked over, and as we see, the supplies are fairly even at the moment, and oh my god, and these Zealots are just basically hacking away at all these links. The pylon does get taken down, though. That is very good, so that leaves only one proxy pylon. The problem is the third hatch is going to be going down. At this point, he does need, yes, there we go, some spine crawlers and additional support to be able to hold all of this off, because this is a pretty damn big gateway push right here, and just great control, not only with the Zealots making sure to try to get the most efficient trades, but also keeping that probe alive, being able to set all those forward pylons over and over again. And at this point of the game, because the Protoss units are so hard to kill it, and with this amount of stalkers, and are they upgraded? No, they're not, but with this amount of stalkers, it's just very hard to really take this on. Just with simple micro alone, Kapach should be able to trade fairly even. Now there are some speed links coming on in here, so Kapach just needs to make sure you get some Zealots involved as well to be able to take those out. But look at this, guys. Could this actually be the breaking point? Reason is actually pulling a lot of his drones right now, trying to break on through, and there's not a lot of attacking units for the Protoss player. There's just a few stalkers. He's trying to warp in some additional Zealots, and the speedlings are doing such a wonderful job clearing out a lot of these units. But you also do have to look, a lot of the economy, a lot of the mining time has been lost. 34 drones to the 39 probes, and honestly at this point, too much damage has been done. I'll have to be, kind of that bad news bear, man. Somebody gave me that bad honey, man. Got to be the bad news bear, because regardless of, even if Kapach is not able to successfully finish off this attack, he could just transition and get a third base, or just go into normal tech pass. He doesn't really have to do anything special at this point. And of course, Reason, without having that third hatch and a macro hatch, he doesn't have additional larvae to produce a little bit quicker. He's got to rely on his defenses that he has right now. Good job actually on the bottom ramp, taking out that forward pylon, and actually no more forward pylons for Kapach, so some of his units are fairly stranded. The chance of Reason actually holding this off just got a hell of a lot higher, and with Kapach surrendering, basically waving the white flag, hitting on back with the rest of the stalkers that he does have left, it looks like the game will at least continue on for the time being. Sick stuff, man. More drama than TNT. So much drama right now. Well, let's take a really quick at the worker counts. 32 drones, 33 drones to the 41 probes. Of course, he's still producing 4 additional more on top of that, so he's going to have 38 drones to the 42 probes of Kapach, so still Kapach holding on to the better economy. But, Reason doing a good job recovering very quick, grabbing his third hatch again, trying to just drone up as quick as possible, because he knows, again, Kapach really can't do too much at the moment. He's going to need to get some defenses out, get some units and defenses out, regardless of whether he wants to attack again or he wants to take the third base and try to expand. He's going to need some time to be able to continue on. So, as it is, I would probably suggest for Kapach, again, he did get the robot, so that's a good start to get some Immortals. There we go. Get maybe even a robotics bay, go into Colossus a little bit sooner, because the sky is literally the limit for the Protoss, whether he wants to go for an attack again, which, is not actually too bad of an idea, because if you let the Zerg come back into the game, let him just drone up comfortably, he might actually have a pretty high chance of recovering, especially sitting on 3 hatch now, and with the Roach Warren already finished up, with 1 missile attack underway and oh, iPhone, hi iPhone. Yeah, I mean, just with upgrades and everything else finishing up, he's going to have capability to produce pretty quick. Now, unfortunately for him, Overseer does see the proxy pylon getting placed over here. The roaches will be able to pick that off from the low ground and the vision of the Overlord. That's kind of a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, and from what it looks like, basically this is turning into about a 14-15 minute Immortal Sentry all in. From our Protoss player, and this actually should be pretty interesting because you know, Reason is supply block, but he should be able to produce. He's getting his one attack finished up, but so is Kapach as well. He's got to be a little bit careful with his routing too. Again, we see sometimes the second Immortal kind of stall and lag behind, so he's got to make sure to give them the strongest attack that he possibly can. He does need forward pylons regardless, and this is not the definition of a forward pylon. This is actually the definition of a proxy pylon. The definition of an irrelevant pylon, basically, at this point, unless you could get a War Prism out or some kind of forward pylons like he is right now, those are not going to be very useful. So, taking a little quick look at the unit counts right now, 3 Immortals are out on the map. The third one is kind of crawling his way across the map right now. Just, you know, wait up for me, guys, wait up for me, I want to be part of the battle. But this is going to be pretty entertaining because, again, this is going to be big amounts of army supplies clashing with each other. Now, what does the Zerg have? He has a quite a large amount of roaches actually to speak of, getting 4 additional ones as well. Speed is about to finish up, and that actually will help out in regards to getting surface area on him to get attack, but good reasoning by Kapach. He's actually going to go and getting into the third, and which of course we all know is a very choky area on Antigua. And so he's going to at least try to abuse, not just abuse, but utilize the Immortals and the Immortals and Sentries. So there we go, attempting. Those are kind of a little bit of a useless force fields, but there we go, cutting off a lot of the units right there. Some of those on the backside as well getting picked off. And like I said, this is a very tight area that a Zerg player does not want to engage in because, of course, he will basically lose everything overall. And there we go, third hatch going down again. All that economy getting sacrificed, and at this point he could actually just kind of camp out all those eggs that are hatching right now and be able to take out the rest that he can. Counterattack coming up on the other side. Can he get a warp in? And that's actually going to be really important for Kapach, but he is supply blocked because of the forward pylon that got taken out. He's actually supply blocked, not able to warp in any additional units as well. Cybernetics core getting focused down. And this is great because this forced all these units to come back. Stalkers are doing quite a bit of damage, though. Again, these guys are upgraded at 1-0. No Carapace upgrade for the Roaches. Guardian Shield Immortals are coming in from the backside as well to help out. And, of course, now with some of the additional pylons finishing up and losing a couple of the units, that does free up the supply for additional warpins. And now all 3 of the Immortals just having a ball. And there is the GG from Reason. He knows that, you know, with the third hatch taken down, having a 2-base economy against a Protoss huge supply like that with all the Immortal Stalkers and Sentries, there is no chance for him to continue.